Hi, I'm Samantha Nolan-Smith. Thanks for joining me. So for a while I've been hearing this talk of upper limit problem, and I didn't know where it came from. I kind of had a sense of what it was referring to, and then I came across the origins of the term, which is this book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And I wanted to talk to you about some concepts that he speaks about in that, and I really recommend that you buy the book. It's amazing. As you can see, I've got like post-it notes everywhere. Upper limit problem is a bit like what I speak about as being in a space of misalignment, feeling you're out of alignment. But let me take what Gay says about it, because it's a different way of kind of describing it. He says, after observing his life for a while, he came to the conclusion that I have a limited tolerance for feeling good. When I hit my upper limit, I manufacture thoughts that make me feel bad. So upper limit arises when you've been going through a good period in your life. Maybe you've just got a promotion. Maybe you are in a relationship and it's all going really well. Maybe you've just bought a house, or you've just had a child, or whatever it might be. And we get to a point we're expanding in our joy of all of this, and then we sabotage ourselves. We hit what Gay talks about as the upper limit of the joy that we feel that we can hold in our lives, and we create a problem. We have an argument. We suddenly do something crazy with our money, and all the money that we had in the bank suddenly out the window. Or we sabotage our job, the new promotion, and we lose the job. He says, when I hit my upper limit, I do something that stops my positive forward trajectory. I get into conflict with my ex-wife, I get into a money bind, or I do something else that brings me back down within the bounds of my limited tolerance for doing well in life. This is such an important concept because it flips everything on its head. It assumes that our natural state is that everything's going well, and that we are the thing that's blocking it. This is exactly the same teaching. If you're familiar with the work of Abraham and Esther Hicks, this is exactly what they're teaching all the time. That the spring of well-being, the free flow of the good stuff, is always there, always available to us. And the only thing that's getting in the way of that is our own fear of really allowing it in. Freedom, expansion, peace, abundance, prosperity, it's big power. It's energetically big, and it can be overwhelming. I myself have seen this many times when people really let it in, tears well up. You literally well up in awe at the beauty of it. And we get afraid of that because as a society, as people, we are not used to being expansive, owning our own power. We have a history of being in servitude, whether as women, whether as different nationalities have this experience, different religious groups have this experience, and we therefore are carrying a consciousness of playing small, of not stepping out, because if we step out, something bad will happen. That's a very ingrained idea that we have that stops us or gets us hitting our upper limit over and over and over again. There's one particular technique that I want to share with you today about that's in this book, and it's this. Every time something is what I would call misaligned, out of alignment, every time you're in an argument, every time your money isn't flowing, every time you're just feeling crappy about your job or your business, just take a moment to stop and ask, what good thing is trying to come in now? This is a different way. Normally we focus on what is the problem, what's the source of the problem, and we try and clear it out that way. Instead, just ask yourself, what is the good thing that's trying to come into my life? And just stay open to what then reveals itself by way of thoughts that come into your head, by way of conversations, by way of emails that give you ideas. Maybe you'll start to get that feeling of you'll suddenly see somebody in a blog or on a TED talk and you'll get that about that person because they're the person that is showing up for you to remind you of what you most want to do. What good thing is trying to come in that I'm not allowing in? And then just see if you can stay open to, rather than shutting down to it, opening into it. Let the universe know, declare to the room, I welcome you in now. Please take from me whatever this fear, this resistance, this blockage is to you coming in. I want you, I welcome you. Show yourself to me. Give me hints of who you are, what you are. And I will continue to stay open. And my intention is not to block you. So work with me. It's so easy to work with the universe in this way. It might sound crazy to talk to an empty room, but don't worry. Do it anyway. Do it and just see. Just do it like a experiment. All of these things I approach like a scientist, but a scientist for me, sort of like a personal development scientist, where I'm the test bunny. I am the one that I try it out on myself, even if it seems totally out there. And then if it works, then I share it. So this is something I have tried myself, and I have found it to be extraordinary in the way that it enables you to expand very, very quickly and effortlessly and easily into the new. So I hope that's been helpful. I'd love to hear your experiences of it or any questions you have about it. Pop them into the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and pop on over to SamanthaNolan-Smith.com, where there are loads more resources, tools, and resources for work, life, and spirituality. Thanks very much.